Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the YeahAlright podcast, episode 65. You're here with myself and Jamie and Fully Loaded. How are you today, my man?
Good. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
It's a simple question that we ask everybody when they come on is, how's their week been? It's so fast, start of the week.
It's been a pretty busy week as a content creator. It's going crazy now because I'm not going to say I'm 100% into it now, but like maybe 90%.
Yeah?
So I just got to put a little bit more into it and then I was like...
Almost locked in.
Yeah.
What's like a normal day of content making for you?
Just be like meeting up with other people.
Yeah.
And then just like randomly smashing out skits.
I've seen you do some skits of O'Shea.
O'Shea is a good friend of mine. Yeah, we did. How did I meet him? I don't remember how I met him. Maybe that's a question for later.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe it'll come to me
And
after I tell all the stories. Yeah.
How about Father's Day? I saw a very sweet post on your story.
Yes.
How was Father's Day for you?
It was difficult because like my dad already passed away in like 2003. So and like at this point in my life, like at my age, I don't really remember him. Like it's one of those things like you don't remember what he even sounds like. So it's like how am I supposed to like attach to that person? But he's still my dad though. Like,
Yeah, of course.
Like family wise, he's cool.
Shit.
Yeah, I love him.
Father's Day is like a very fun day for some, but sometimes a very sad day for others.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be like mine's around, but he's not around.
For me personally, like my Father's Day is always fun. I like my dad's still around, but it also I reminisce in a way because my dad's starting to get very old now. He's in his mid-70s.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, I don't know, I count my blessings with him and just kind of spend as much time as I can because
definitely.
sometimes, you never know when someone might pass, especially with like heaps of shit like cancer and stuff these days. It's just like people are dying so young. So.
Like he was a friend of mine in primary school and intermediate, and then found out that he passed away from a plane crash. Me and cameraman Nick used to be friends in primary school. I hadn't seen him in years. Yeah. But then I got the call from Nick that he'd passed away, and it kind of like made me think like anybody can just go at any time.
Plane crash.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he was training to be a pilot. And so it was like
why.
just a small plane, and then something went wrong.
Don't they do like high hours of like training? They do like.
If you want to become a pilot, I think you have to have like 1,000 to 2,000 hours of just flying experience before you can become a commercial pilot. It's pretty intense.
It's pretty intense.
And it's also costly because every hour you're in the air, it's like $100 or $200. So you've got to be able to invest that.
You have to put in that time though to get like qualified though.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Like a mandatory. Yeah. Randomly, in New Zealand has just started like a new program where they've accepted 30 new applicants where they go in and they send them over to England to do flight simulator training, and then they go to Dubai to do more flight simulator training, and then once they come back, they'll be fully qualified to become a pilot. I think it takes
just from simulating.
Well, yeah, because these simulators are getting so good.
Yeah,
where like, and
I guess
there has to,
and the VR.
Might as well be at this point, but it will get to a point where you have so much experience in a simulator that you need to actually go into the physical plane to have that training. So you'd do all that training, and then you'd have to go be a co-pilot for a couple of years, and then you'll be qualified to be an actual like the main pilot.
That's just like another step they're adding to it. It's just like why don't you just let them just fly the plane at first, and they just cut out the VR stuff.
I mean, it could be more cheaper because I think the whole reason for this is for people who are less fortunate in New Zealand. So that in New Zealand fund like 95% of it. You have to fund like food and stuff, but everything else like accommodation, flights, all that stuff, and the flight simulators all provided by them, which is really cool considering like in New Zealand's like a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and you only really see them take the money. It's kind of cool to see them give it away to people who are less fortunate within the community.
Discounts, something like that. Yeah,
that's cool.
All right. Let's talk about your content.
Yeah.
Like, why are you a content creator, or how did it happen? You know, what's the inspiration and the drive behind wanting to do it?
I was always interested in it. And then I was working as a PT at Duval Clubs, and then Usgang comes in, and and he comes in, and there was another guy, his name's Jono. He brings him in, and he's like, "Hey, you want to meet Usgang?" And I'm like, Yeah, sure. Already a big fan before he was even big. So it was like, yeah. Yeah, I met him. And then I was like, hey, man, big fan and stuff. This was before he blew up. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. And then, like, he was like, man, anybody can be a content creator. So I was like, oh, I think I'm going to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I was like, once I made up my mind right there and then, I was like, I'm going to be a content creator.
And how long, like, if you were to put it into a timeline, how long ago would you say that that interaction you had with Oosgang was?
Timeline, that's 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And up to now, how would you say your journey's been from your first interaction to where you are now? Would you say it was a difficult journey, or would you say it was...
Yeah, there were definitely some ups and downs, not with the content creating or like anybody in the content creating community. It was just more like personal life. That's like gets in the way of it. And it's like, it's so easy to like lock back into the matrix and go back to your 9 to 5 and just be like, you know, I'm going to put the content creating on the side for a little bit and just be like, yeah, I'm going to be a NPC for a little bit.
It is easy to do that, bro.
Yeah, and then come back. Yeah.
Oosgang's done those videos where it's so funny. They'll do like the music video, but it's not related to the song. Have you done one of those with him?
I'm in all of them.
Yeah, because did you guys get reposted by Snoop?
We did.
I thought that was
we
crazy.
did. We did.
Dope,
yeah, we did. Yeah. So it was a different channel that posted the video with the Japanese music, and then I guess Snoop saw it on there, and then he reposted it to his page. So it was like, like Oosgang sent me the message, and I was like, he was like, oh, that's us, and I'm like, no, that's you, man. You did this for us.
What was kind of going through your mind as well, like when you got reposted by Snoop? What were the internal process?
I went to go and watch the video first, and I was like, if I'm not in this one, I'm not gonna like it. And then I saw me, and then I was like, okay, I'm in it. That's us, boys. That's us. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So
getting recognized by someone like Snoop Dogg is a pretty big thing as well. Like,
yeah. Like, I guess at first, like being a content creator, it's like all about the clout. And you're like, oh, I just want to be famous and stuff, and like I want people to notice me. And then like once you really get into it, you're just like, nah, you're just doing it. You know, you got to do it because you love it. Like, yeah.
I think as well, time is very time tells with content creators as well, because it weans out the people who are actually passionate about the industry. Yeah. I like, for instance, a lot of people will get into it thinking, oh, I want to become a content creator. I want to like do all these skits. They get a year in and they're like, they don't actually have a passion for it. They're just doing it for the clout. They kind of just, like you said earlier, put it on the side, don't do it again.
They kind of just trickle away.
Exactly. And time, like I said, time tells in the sense that after a couple of years, like Phoenix has been doing it for years now. You can tell there's kind of a passion behind it for that sense, because
of course, it becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
It's just
a second part of life.
You just love it.
Yeah, it's a routine that you just like insert into your life.
How would you say balancing life, like just everyday mundane tasks, and also balancing content creating? How do you
That's a good question.
struggle? Not struggle, but how do you deal with some of those difficulties?
It is pretty hard because I do have a family as well, and like I think my baby's like 15 months now, and the missus does get pretty mad sometimes because I'm always out, and I was like, oh man, Oosgang texted me, oh man,
gotta do this video.
Terrell wants to do something.
I have to.
Yeah. So I was in a bunch of like Terrell stuff as well, where I was getting pushed.
I've been a fan of Terrell since I was like 13, 14. I've been a fan for a long time. He's a real cool guy.
And I'm like, oh yeah, this guy wants to do content with me. Alvin wants to do content with me. And then she's like, man, I'm pretty sure you're gay. And I'm like, why would you say that? And she's like, because you like to hang out with guys. And I'm like, oh, that's not the reason. That's different. This is different, I promise.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, since you've been doing this for 2 years, like, how many, not famous people, but like how many new people have you met overall? Like, if you were to put a number on it.
Oh man, so much people.
It's like a domino effect. You meet someone, then you meet someone through them, and you keep going.
Meet someone from them, yeah. So like maybe after this, somebody will be like, "Hey, I saw you on the Things podcast, Phoenix's podcast," and they're like, "Oh man, that's
like I noticed you. I saw you in O'Shea's video because I know O'Shea.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this guy's funny. Let's get him on. It's like a domino effect. You just keep meeting new connections.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I feel like this. Cool. There's been this for us, especially. It's been a very long-lasting domino effect. We first interviewed Herman from... Was it Herman or Charlie we interviewed first? I think we interviewed Charlie Gallagher.
I think we both got them No, I think it was Herman first.
We interviewed one of the two, and then we ended up getting O'Shea, which ended up getting Wolf, and then we interviewed all these other people through like Wolf's connections, and like we meet you through O'Shea. So it's like this very big, long-lasting domino effect on how we've met all these different creators. It's actually quite a cool industry to network through.
And everybody's different. Everybody's got their own story. Like everybody, like we've interviewed camera people, musicians, actors, and I've actually I think every single guest so far, I'm now working on them with something on some sort of project. It's just all the content creators in New Zealand are just so friendly, so game to do.
Yeah. Like everybody's been really cool here. I'm like originally from Hawaii.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to Hawaii in November, so I'm gonna like link up with a lot of content creators there as well.
They got a few over there.
Oh,
they probably have shit tons.
Shit ton.
I know a lot of YouTubers that live in Hawaii, but yeah.
How long will you be there for?
Just like 9 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it'd probably be like maybe 1 or 2 days of just knocking
content?
out content with people. One of them is like the Hawaiian Food Traveler.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he's kind of like up there with like Mark Wayne's.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Shit, that'd be cool to like.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go do some like food content with him around Hawaii?
Maybe. I don't know.
You
maybe
do
just
food
make some
content
funny
too.
skits.
You've got some. Food.
I do have some food content. Yeah. That's why he messaged me. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I noticed you from Hawaii." And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna come there in November." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, let me know." So
shit.
Like, sweet.
What do you reckon? Like you said, you have food content. What do you reckon the best like place to eat in all of Auckland would be?
Ooh, man.
Well, don't you have a place, or you work?
Sorry, like
I saw you selling some food on Ace Post. Is that food that you own?
oh food. Oh no, that's Go Paleo.
Go put yeah.
That's Marcus.
Oh,
yeah. Do you guys know Marcus?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, no.
We interviewed him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, not even. Of course, yeah. He was talking about in the podcast.
Yeah, that's how I just because before I was doing videos with the food in the container, and then I was like, oh, I might as well take it out and make it look more fancy for him. You know.
I haven't tried it yet. It's good. What do they have there? Because I know we talked about it. We didn't actually talk about exactly what they have there.
He has a bunch of stuff, and he switches out maybe like 2 or 3 meals every month or so. Or every 2 weeks or something.
Isn't it mainly like specialty meals towards like bodylifters and people with not dietary restrictions, but like just mainly for people who are in the gym and that kind of stuff, like people who want to eat healthier?
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, it's a paleo diet. So I think just no dairy and something else. No sugar, but
okay.
I don't know why you'd put sugar in your rice and chicken. You know? So
put MSG instead.
Yeah, put MSG. That's probably what he puts in there. Because sometimes I shit a lot, so yeah. Maybe he's putting laxatives. You know, it's like good for bodybuilders because shitting
losing all the weight.
Yeah, shitting is as important as like eating healthy. So if you don't shit at all during the day, there's something wrong with you. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah.
What other content? I know you could do skits.
Yeah.
Is there anything like other projects you're working on besides that, or anything you want to work on?
We were me and Muffy, the guy that I'm making skits with. We want to like hit YouTube, like
vlogs.
Now more like a day in a life kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I wanted to. He wanted to do. His ideas was like everywhere. So he wanted to do like, oh yeah, day in the life of a window washer, day in the life of like a bakery worker, and then I was just like,
hey, that's a good idea. I'd watch that.
Yeah. And then I was like,
wait, so do you guys like go to these places and work there for like a day?
A day. Yeah, we'll just go and ask them because I have a lot of connections now, and I know somebody that owns a bakery in like East Tamaki. So we could just do that as well. And they'll let us just come over there and just like
record
kind of shadow them.
You should do it. I'm scared someone will listen to us and steal their idea. Do it. You heard it here first.
Yep.
I guess also like on top of that, the benefit of it is if you're recording a company, like you're kind of giving them exposure as well on top of giving yourself exposure.
Yep.
Like that, I reckon that'd be pretty cool. Giving the community a lot more.
And then I was just going to work with people that I've already worked with anyway. So it's like they're helping me while I'm helping them. So like the same as the food reviews, as it's a kind of you scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they've helped me more actually than I've helped them because without those food places, I would probably not have any food reviews as content.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. A bit of an in-deep question. It's a very complex question, but not at the same time. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years? Probably not here. I'll probably be somewhere else.
Do you have anywhere like in another country or another city?
Yeah, probably. No, probably here, New Zealand, but maybe in Raglan, because my partner
Raglan.
has land there.
Okay.
And then we could just go there and live for free. I'm just like, why do
Yeah.
we have to live in the city? Like, it's kind of overrated. Like,
Yeah.
but at the
Yeah.
same time, I am gonna miss everybody here because like the content
Yeah.
creating
How
is
far
like,
away is Raglan from here? I haven't been.
maybe like 2.5 hours.
Ah, it's not bad.
It's about an
Yeah.
hour and a half
Yeah.
from Pookie, so yeah, 2.5 from
Yeah.
here.
Ah, that's not bad. Yeah.
Raglan's like West Coast. It's real nice. Like
Yeah.
real good surf as well there.
Yeah, they keep saying it's part of the Waikato,
Yeah.
so it is. Okay.
It's I've only been there once, but fuck, I love it.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to explore New Zealand more because I've been here for almost 24 years.
Mhm.
I've never been to the South Island.
Me
I've
neither.
been up north. Neither? I
Never
Wait,
been
you've-
either.
What?
never
Me
been to
neither.
South Island.
Bro.
Yeah. I think that's a trip we can book together.
Alright,
This-
let's-
I'm not
there you
gonna
go.
lie.
There's a trip there.
The
you go.
South
There we
Island
go.
is genuinely
We can start planning.
like
Yeah.
another like not country, but it's like so.
I want to go
different
to
the whole
different
time.
place.
Canterbury. Is in the South Island.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds
Canterbury
stupid,
region.
right?
That's like
Canterbury.
Christchurch area.
They, I went to watch I got invited to a movie with Win, a movie that Theo Shakes
Mhm.
was in. I don't know if you've heard of it, The
Theo.
Bookworm.
Oh yeah, yes,
The
yeah.
Bookworm. So I
recently,
went there. I
Yeah.
went to watch that movie with Win, and they filmed the whole thing in Canterbury, and it's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so nice. It makes
Yeah.
me want to go there. So there in Queenstown, I need to go.
We gotta check it out, man.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
the mountains, bro. I'm going to Queenstown in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, bro.
I'm going.
Wow.
So my old man, like out of the blue, was just like, "Oh, yo, you want to come on this bike trip?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. Why not?" Like
Yeah,
not
how long
knowing
you
where
be
it
there
was. Like I think we're going on Friday, coming home on a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
But he pretty much was like, "Oh, you want to come on this bike trip?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then he told me where it was. He's like, "Oh, it's in Queenstown," and we've
Mhm.
like got all of my like brother-in-laws, and just all my brothers and stuff. And
I'd rather go when it's winter though, but
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
spring now, isn't it?
I mean, it's still winter, sort of. Not technically winter, but it feels like it.
If I go to Queenstown, I'm gonna do like something extreme, not ride bikes. Probably like hand gliding or something.
Yeah.
Something that risk my life.
Skiing.
Yeah.
See, something
Make it
that would
worth it.
risk my life.
Like,
That's the plan. Something that's gonna risk my life.
there is so much to do in Queenstown. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Something
Like,
to risk your
yeah.
life.
there's the, you know how they have the
I wanna
luge?
like hire a Mustang and like start drifting in the mountains or something.
I'm only going to
Yeah.
Queenstown if there's a 50% chance I'm coming back.
Yeah.
God, I went on one of those. The first time I went to Queenstown, I went on one of those jet boats. They're pretty fun. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how fast they go, but you feel like holy shit.
You
Or-
gotta really hold on, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Or paragliding, that's pretty fun. Like
you
a
done that?
boat. Yeah, a boat
Ooh.
pulls you,
I
and
wanna do
like
that.
you're so high up. You just
Oh,
like,
wait. Oh, that's the one with the boat. I thought it was the one
The-
where you jump off and you're holding onto that. Jump off a cliff and you're holding onto that little kite thing.
Oh, that's like fuck.
Is that hand gliding?
Parasailing.
Oh, that's
Oh no, I was parasailing. That's
No.
paragliding.
No, hang gliding is the
Oh,
one.
hang gliding.
It's hang gliding. I
Parasliding is
said
the one
it.
where
I said
you're
hang
from lifting up in the water. Right?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was doing that, bro. That's freaky. Like you're just floating there, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah,
bro.
but
If I fell
I-
right now, this is like,
Well, I'm-
shit.
Or if somebody cut the thing.
That's
That's what I'm saying. I need to like. I gotta think about like what are some like if I'm doing this thing right now, parasailing.
Parasailing.
If I'm doing parasailing, I need to make sure that what's gonna happen. Like I've got to make sure none of my mates on the boats are gonna cut it off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly somewhere. The
Mhm.
boat breaks down. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fall. I need to think. I'm nervous.
To be fair, if your cable got cut, you would just kind of float down. You because the
I
cable's
hope
only
so.
the
Hope so.
cable.
I hope so.
Better hope,
Right.
better hope the wind is not strong. It's like,
I don't know. I think you would just slowly kind of fall down. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's only pulling you forward.
Yeah.
but-
true. To keep you floating.
Yeah, but if a
Yeah.
bird hit it or something, you'd probably just like
Yeah.
fall. That'd be ratchet as. At least you're above water.
Yeah, I think you'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Be a bit of a.
Unless you land on a whale or something.
All these things
All
to
of a
think
sudden.
about. All these
All
things
these
to
things
think
to think
about.
All factors. How would you say? Where would you say most of your inspiration comes for a lot of your skits when making content?
I get an inspiration from everyone. And like old school comedy movies and
Like the old Adam Sandler movies. Surely there's a bit of skit inspiration from there.
a little bit, yeah. It could, a little bit from there. Yeah, and just from like different shows, SNL,
Oh, yeah.
Dave Chappelle, Key and Peele,
Oh,
all that.
So like, do you kind of watch it and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna make a skit about this and kind of put it down in your notes, sort of thing, or
I think it just comes to mind,
okay.
and then I'll write it down, and then I'm like, hey, that's similar to that skit, so it's already kind of been done.
How
so
like
then, like try and do it differently.
how accurate are your skits to real life for you? Do you think?
Some of it is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of it's real. I actually go through a lot of like weird situations. So
It's easy to just jot that down. Like you go through something weird.
yeah.
Yep, that's gonna be a skit. Write that down.
Yeah,
Do that
yeah. Like
tomorrow.
I'll just write it down
Yeah.
just in case. Like I might need to like film this thing. Yeah. Like last week, I got harassed by like 2 Indians in 2 week in like two times in a week. Yeah.
Really? Wait.
Yeah.
Did you know them
So-
or just random?
Yeah. So like I went to you guys know Grizz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Indian. So I went to his house, and then we were there shooting skits, and then these 2 Indian guys came, and they're like, "Hey, somebody keeps parking in my driveway." And then as soon as I walked out, and then he's like, "It's you," and I was like, "Me?" He's like, "Yeah, you have a white car." I was like, "I got a white car." And he's like, "What's the license plate?" And I'm like, "N," and he's like, "Oh, no, not you." And I was like, "Oh, why'd you point me out for? What? Is it because I look like a hoodlum?" Like, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the second time would be this guy came in. I went to the guy's Mafi's house. This was just yesterday actually, and he was about to start blazing up, and he was like just about to light his joint, and then he goes, and then somebody knocks on the garage. It's like dun, 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 dun. And they were like, "Well, that sounds like the police." Yeah, I'm like, "Put that shit away." And then he's like, "Put the thing up," because he doesn't have a remote for it, so I'm like, I have to lift his garage up. And then the guy comes in, he's like, Where's my chickens? And I'm like,
what?
the fuck?
What do you want?
KFC chicken? And yeah. And then he's like, yeah. Do you own 2 dogs? And they're like, me? I was like, yeah. Do you own 2 dogs? I was like, I fucking hate dogs. And he's like, yeah, little brown dog, little big dog. And I was like, big brown dog. And then he's like, yeah, they ate my chickens. They took 2 and they killed 3 of them. And I'm like, bro,
You're like, damn,
fucking with the wrong guy tonight.
like shit, this thing's working fast.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't smoke. I was just like, they're just like next to him. Yeah. And I was like, bro, what's going on? Why are these Indians harassing me? Like I'm literally going to other people's houses and they're like blaming me for like their shit.
Nothing.
Yeah, for nothing. Yeah. And we're just like, no, it wasn't us. And they're like, oh, you guys don't own any dogs? I'm like, nope, don't even live here. He's like,
Oh my.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
I love being found in random situations sometimes.
yeah.
I was at Pack and Save for work. I merchandise for a lot of stores, and I was at Pack and Save. Fuck, where was it? Pack and Save, Papakuta, and I was chilling there. This random Asian guy comes up to me. He's wearing his like Pack and Save gears, and I know most of the staff workers at Pack and Save. I was like, I've never seen this guy before.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to the manager, yada yada yada, and this guy comes up to us. Didn't say hi. He just said, I work Pack and Save Botany. And then just walks off. Like, okay.
Did he really work there, or is he just like?
Well, I'm not too sure,
Yeah.
but like he was wearing the Pack and Save like one of the vests and had like high vis on, and yeah, we were just more confused as to why he's like he'd gone around to like multiple other people in the store as well, just being like, I work Pack and Save Botany.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, okay,
Just
cool.
randomly.
Yeah, just out of like fucking no
Out of
context
context.
towards. Yeah, just so
I had
random.
something similar on the weekend. I went to Tauranga on Saturday just for the day to shoot some scenes for a movie my cousins are in. And we just finished wrapping up filming on the beach near the mount. We're walking up the stairs and it's me and my 2 younger cousins, just the 3 of us. And this old man comes up to us. He's like, hey, where are you from? And we're like, oh, we're from New Zealand. He's like, nuclear war next year, December. And then he walks off. I'm like, what? What is going on?
We're all gonna
What
die,
the
bro.
fuck?
Bugger.
That's crazy.
I'm like, all right.
Write it down, man. Write it
Write it
down.
down.
Yeah.
Put it in the
yeah.
big book.
He
We're
said,
gonna-
write a book about it.
You should make
tell
a
them that.
video about it. You
Yeah.
should like make a video now and be like, yo, okay, this is the date. This guy
Yeah.
came up to me and said we're gonna die at this date, and then
Yeah.
on that day you make a video.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, we're dead. No.
There's one thing I've always been
did.
curious about. Like, a lot of skits from content creators in New Zealand, they're all very, like, kind of like New Zealand based. New Zealand, like, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's probably a lot more difficult for people out of New Zealand to see that, though, right?
Yeah, yes and no. There is some people in America that sees my stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I have a lot of followers from Hawaii,
Oh shit.
so I guess it goes through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it like reaches the mainland. So
That's cool.
yeah, but 50% of them are here. maybe like 20% Australia, and then the rest is
I
like.
feel like the Australians will get it.
So yeah,
some
yeah,
of the
yeah,
comedy. I
they
feel.
do. Yeah.
How do you find like in New Zealand, because there is so many creators here in New Zealand? How do you find it a struggle trying to make original content, or like a skit that hasn't been done?
No, I think I can come up with some stuff, some original stuff, because like everybody just kind of copies each other, but
In
like
different ways, kind of like
in different
switches it up
ways.
a bit.
Yeah, and then
Slowly
like
branch off.
and then they branch off, and then like everybody's original ideas are like really simple ideas. It's just be like
Something
know,
from a movie, a New
yeah.
Zealand movie, or
something like that. Yeah,
I find like pretty common content to see in New Zealand is someone like recreating either Boy, Hunt for the Wilder People, or Once Were Warriors, like recreating skits from those movies. That's a pretty common theme here in New Zealand.
Yes,
and
yeah.
it's funny. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of gets a bit repetitive once you've seen it for the 10th or 11th time. You're like,
exactly.
Okay, here we go again. For me personally, I've been trying to think of ways to start content creation, not in the way of podcasting per se, but more YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that whether it stems down to me not being like a creative person, but I struggle with original ideas. Like even a couple of when did we do that car meet video? About a year and 6 months.
Time ago.
So about a year and 6 months ago, I wanted to do this video for YouTube, and it was like going to car meets, asking stories about people and why they do it, how they got into the scene. As like genuinely the week we were doing that video, the Department of Information, a really popular YouTube channel here in New Zealand, released a video on car meets in New Zealand, and then I think a week later, Oosgang did a very similar topic on siren gangs in New Zealand. Right. And it was like, okay, now this has kind of killed, like, not my motivation, but it's like, fuck, how am I going to make something that's original, but also on the same topic? For me, I struggle with that a lot. It's kind of a hard thing.
Well, you yourself is original. So, but if you doing something similar to that, it'd still be original. Yeah, because it'd be you doing it. So, like, don't worry too much about if like Oosgang does it. Sometimes I do worry about that too. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna do the skit. It's kind of similar to his, but I'm like, no, but it's me doing it though. Yeah.
And I reckon you could make content,
and
even if it's on like TikTok or something.
And if you genuinely didn't steal it, then I reckon it's okay.
Yeah. I think it was more like we filmed the video and I saw it. I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna possibly pivot it towards this sort of story because like where I live, I science pretty much every fucking day, like walking in town or something.
And it generally was a pretty good video.
Both.
I'm not gonna lie. This guy drove on the wrong side of the road, and I filmed it, so that's content.
Yeah.
You need to put. He drove on a bike lane.
Holy
This guy
shit.
drove. We're trying to nap. So the best part of his video wasn't even the car meets.
No.
It was me on the maps.
Yeah.
Trying to navigate exactly how to get to the next car meet. And
And
then
him
this guy
driving.
drives into the bike lane, and
Yeah.
I'm literally screaming like, "Bro, what are we
He told me
doing?"
to go one way and I went that way, and we like end up in the bike lane. I'm like,
You need to upload it. I think. Do you still have the footage?
yeah, I still have all the footage on my computer. It's just sitting there. But
Yeah, just upload it, man.
do a raw
Yeah.
cut, just like chuck it all together and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
put it in a video. That'd be funny.
Same thing as the ideas, like just post it. You never know.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I definitely do. I think one thing I really would enjoy is getting into streaming, like playing video games and streaming. I reckon that'd be tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot
That's
of streams.
something I always thought you were gonna do because I've known him growing up for years, and I always thought streaming games was something you would actually pivot
Yeah.
towards.
I've tried it before, but I think it's more the whole grind of like I'm ready for the grind. Don't get me wrong, but it's more you have to sit through hours of streaming with no one there. And then on the odd occasion, one person might pop in. So you have to kind of give it your all for that one person
Yeah.
to
I mean,
slowly...
it's almost just like playing video games by yourself already, and then like maybe one or two people might watch it occasionally, then 3 or 4 the next day.
Another thing I combat as well is like I play video games with my mates. So if I had them on the stream, I'd probably get like banned off Twitch or a stream.
Oh, the
Yeah.
group chat leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably get banned in like an hour.
Never mind.
Yes.
Scratch that idea.
It'll be like it's a fun thing, and I've thrown it up to them before. I'm like, what if I started streaming, bro? Would you guys be like all good with that? And they're like, yeah, we wouldn't care, but like we're not gonna refrain ourselves from saying some certain things. And
That's
I'm
the
like,
thing is it's live. You gotta
Yeah.
be careful what you
gotta
do
be
on
careful
live.
what
live
you
content.
say.
Even like TikTok
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, I'd be careful, but they wouldn't, and then that would still get me like bans. I'm like, oh, what do I do here?
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice, you know. Like
Yeah.
same thing as when you meet other people, you know, it's kind of like manners.
Mm.
Yeah, where you just kind of know what not to say and what to say.
Being polite.
Yeah.
Emotionally intelligent in general, just knowing how to read the room.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Exactly.
How just one random ask, how did you meet Terrell?
Terrell, I met him through Oosgang. So, so the gym that I worked at, I started a thing where I gave like influencers influencer memberships.
Okay.
Yeah,
So discounted or free, pretty much.
I couldn't give it to them for free, but I could have. But it was just that like we had to take something from them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I gave Oosgang like a $10 membership, which like the original price is like $45-$50 a week, and I gave
Holy,
them
a week.
yeah.
Holy,
So-
that's an expensive
Yeah.
gym.
City Fitness, $7.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh.
I'm at Snap Fitness for
I
like
just signed
11.
up. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
But
and I got the
think
bag. I got
think
the bag
The
in
prices
my car.
went up though.
The prices went up.
I
Oh,
feel
I got the black membership, and it's like $15 a week.
Oh, okay, because it was $7, and it still is for me because I'm an old
That's your
member,
old contract.
Oh.
and I think they've upped it for new members or something.
That's what's happened to my gym. So I'm on like a $10.50 contract.
Yeah,
a
but
week.
wait, what's the Waiheke Island gym number for a week? That's it's like $100, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's something insane.
Because there's only one gym there. It's $100 a week. It's
What
one
the
gym, right?
Yeah, I'm in Waiheke.
Nah,
there's one
I'm
gym.
making weights out of like cement or something.
Yeah,
I'm
make
not,
it.
I'm not going to the
Get
gym.
the water weights from
yeah.
Kmart.
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna go and like lift tree logs and shit.
Is this gym that like that's $50 a week? Is this like fucking Les Mills or something?
Well, when I started there, I thought it was like it is a little bit fancy, but like very small. It's like going to a
niche.
Jets, the smallest Jets you can find, with like a pool and like a spa area.
Oh, okay, so
Also,
like,
it's got all the good stuff in it.
like a sauna.
It's got the good stuff, but I feel like this whole gym was like a tester, because then there's a new gym called like Fitness Cartel. I shouldn't even say the names because I don't want to like promote these places.
I think I've heard of Fitness Cartel before. I've seen it pop up
Yeah.
on my like promo. Oh, you should
Yeah.
join
I
up with
keep
this.
like Westwave gym's got a pool. I keep forgetting that some of these gyms have like spas and pools because I've just gone to City Fitness.
Bro,
yeah,
I would,
so that's the new wave of gyms. Like it has to have like a spa and a
Yeah.
pool.
it
and
has to
all
be all
that.
fancy and
It has to be a fancy one.
the
like-
Flex. So there's a Flex Fitness in Pookie, and their price is outrageous, and they don't even have like a pool or a sauna or a spa, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And it's still a premium price, and I'm like, why the fuck? And it's
So the guy that owns Pookie owns Fitness Cartel and Duval Clubs.
real.
That's
Oh,
why the prices are high.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, the gym that I first started going to in Kensington, that had a sauna, and that was like fucking every time I go to the gym, I'm like, okay, I have to like go to the sauna and stuff. But ever since I've moved to Pookie, they just don't have any gym with like a sauna or a spa or a pool or anything like that. So it's like,
Pookie's biggest feature for that gym is the outdoor thing, right?
yeah.
That's
Flex
it.
Fitness. To be
Yeah,
fair, it's actually quite handy. Like I've gone in for like 2 workout sessions there. My
And
other
it's
gym
nice.
Snap. I went to Flex to just try it out. It was real fun, real good, nice big open area, huge gym. But there's a very certain demographic of people at that gym. Posers. People who just go to the gym to like take photos, and that's when I go to the gym, I just want to focus on myself, get my shit done, keep my head down. I don't want to be waiting for a bench for like 5 minutes because someone's taking photos.
Yep.
I fucking hate that. When
So
I go
that's
to the
what
gym.
those fancy gyms are for, and that's what Duval Clubs turned into. So like so I guess it was kind of my fault too. So yeah,
Bring
so
the
I
influences in.
gave Musgang the $10 deal, and then and I had a feeling I was like, this is like the right thing to do because he'll bring everybody else. He has that pool, without really knowing it. And then what do you know? Terrell starts coming. Jackie, the Asian, starts coming. Yeah, all types of people. So you guys know Salmon Sefa? He starts coming, the bodybuilder guy, and like all types of other like content creators. So
It just kind of gave it that persona.
So that's why you got the influencer membership.
yeah, ever since I started that. So I maybe gave it to Oosgang, I gave it to Alvin,
handful of people.
yeah, a handful of people. I gave it to Busky.
Wait,
and that's about
Busky,
it.
like the Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I gave it to 3 of them, and then like the rest of them were trying to ask, and I was like, I can give you maybe like a $20 deal. But then new management came in, and then they were just like,
Shut the whole
they were
thing.
like, you guys all have to pay now,
Like shut the whole thing down.
pretty much.
So do they still go to those gyms or not?
They still go there. but I don't work there anymore, so it's kind of like boring now. Yeah.
So I remember at one point, before Oosgang wasn't like huge as he is now, he used to do like sort of gym content.
Mhm.
It was like day size, something of something, losing weight, or
Yeah.
and I thought that was real cool. But now he's kind of gravitated away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the same gym that he like did content at?
Yes, yeah. There was, because he first started at Flex Manukau.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he came to Duval Clubs, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna cancel my membership there because I have a $10 membership here." And I was like, "Just cancel it, man, cancel it."
Huge.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that's actually where he lost all the weight.
Yeah.
At Duval Clubs. Yeah.
Where is
So,
Duval Clubs?
It's in a building called Lakewood Plaza in Manukau.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
It's close to me.
it's in a building. Yeah. So,
Is it the Westfield building? Is it close to like the Manukau City Centre?
right across the street from Rainbow's Inn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're on Great South
Oh,
Road,
yeah, I know
yeah,
that
it's that building.
I've
Kind of
only-
like
yeah.
blocks the whole
Yeah.
motorway.
Okay.
Alright. I mean, we've reached almost 40 minutes.
Oh,
it
shit.
goes
That was
so
it?
far. When you have
Oh,
a good
shit.
conversation, it goes
Hell
so far.
yeah. I feel like we're just getting to know each
Yeah.
other.
Pretty much,
Like
yeah.
just
If,
touching
listen,
base on
if my laptop wasn't,
Yeah.
we would be talking for a lot longer.
I feel
I think
like
if
a
we-
lot of our
yeah.
podcasts would be like probably an hour or two.
Oh
maybe
yeah,
probably
three
I would love
hours.
to do hour-long podcasts
Yeah.
too,
Mm.
but then I've got other things I need to edit too as well as the podcast, so it's always time-consuming. But
Yeah, definitely.
is there anything you wanted to say to everybody, where we can find you? Any messages you want to put out there?
Yeah, life gets hard. Just keep on going. Like most of you guys are not crippled or anything. You're not retarded. So just, I probably shouldn't say that. You guys are not. You guys live good lives. Stop acting spoiled. And for future Fui, stop saying stuff like that. You might get canceled soon. And and big thanks to Phoenix. I forgot your name. And for having me on the podcast. Love New Zealand. Definitely my home now. And
Sure.
love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. It was a pleasure having you on.
Thank you.